Wales. Well, Gary Stewart puts the penalty wide. To the delight of the Halifax fans behind the goal, one of whom virtually caught it, I think. It remains 1-0 to the 4th Division team. So great excitement here in the space of 2 or 3 minutes. Just coming up to half-time, and he's onside. What a chance here for Allison. It could be 2 for Halifax, and it is going to be. What drama we've got in this second-round cup tie at Moss Lane. Big Wayne Allison makes it 2-0 to Halifax. Straight from the penalty miss, they've increased their lead. The linesman's flag stayed down, and Allison took on the keeper, and although 2 defenders were running back, he put enough weight on the ball to send it into the net. And I don't think you could ask for any more incident in a 5-minute spell of football, or perhaps a bit less than we've had here. We've seen 2 goals for Billy Ayres' team. He's pointing there, and he is in between. Altrincham missed a penalty. And Allison now looks for Watson. And they've got players to spare again here. It's Lee Richardson's up there. And the non-leaguers at this moment in time are all over the place. On by Timmins, Stewart chasing again. Well, it all happened in the last 5 minutes of the half. Wayne Allison scored the second goal for Halifax Town after Billy Barr had put them ahead to the delight of the travelling fans, and in between, Altrincham missed a wonderful opportunity to equalise when Stewart put the penalty wide. So can the GM Vauxhall Conference side come from behind as they did in the last round against Lincoln City? It would be unwise of Halifax to go into a complacent mood here, because Altrincham are regarded as a team who gets stronger as the match goes along. But they'll be regretting at the moment anyway the penalty miss by Gary Stewart. I rather think the delay, while the referee sorted out some shoving on the edge of the area, possibly played on the nerves of Gary Stewart. Here he is now, though. This is Johnson, the right back. Not a bad cross, actually, and Halifax will need to be aware of that. This is Cook. And they've started well here, Altrincham. Kilner came in at the far post behind Ellis, and neither could make proper contact. A really bold start to the second half from Neil Cook. He did well to get a cross in here. He got past Horner. Ellis, number 6, was hopeful. Too high for him, and Kilner drove it into the crowd. Header by Knowles. That's Phillips. This is Matthews. Now Andy Kilner has got Stewart on the left and Timmins on the right. Cook. Knowles. Stewart. Knowles. Timmins at the near post. Oh. He's calling for the corner, but he won't get it. Altrincham have carved out a couple of chances in the early minutes of this second half, but what happened here was that Barry Knowles got the cross in, and Timmins was at the near post. Motson with Cuddy. And still Watson. Richardson. And Allison's in the centre here for Halifax. And it's 3. A decisive finish. And that may well have put them in the third round draw. And the man who did all the work was Andy Watson. Number 8, just look at that. He really set it up there for Lee Richardson. The ball came in, and Wayne Allison drives it into the corner. That's his second. And on a day when McPhillips, the talk of the town, as it were, in Halifax, is missing with injury, you can't do better than that if you're playing up front in his absence. And the two lads up there, Watson and Allison, I would imagine, will have pleased Billy Eyre enormously with their performance. They've really done him proud up there. On the other bench, I would imagine that for John King on the extreme right, there's a sense of deflation just at this moment, because it hasn't been his day, and there will have to be a miracle now if it's going to turn in Altrincham's favour. Good ball forward by Stewart, but again, Robinson, ever reliable, clears the danger. That's a terrific kick again by Roche. Oh, Billy Barr's shot, and Dean Martin following up. Billy Barr, having had the first shot, goes chasing back to defend. And the shot that didn't happen. Halifax Town do a solid, purposeful and professional job, and John King's team can't add to their league scalps. They missed a penalty at a crucial moment, but Billy Eyre, shaking hands with him there, has reason to feel really proud of his lads, because Halifax came here today as the team everybody thought might get toppled. But how they proved them wrong, with 2 goals from Wayne Allison and 1 from Billy Barr, and a solid performance all round by the 4th Division team, with a touch of skill mixed in with all that resolution. Altrincham 0, Halifax 3.
So, Halifax go into that third round draw, coming up live for you in just a few moments.
With a home tie against Manchester City at stake. Non-league Kettering Town go to Halifax, attempting to join Sutton United in the 4th round. They'll want to get off to a better start than on Saturday, when Watson's header gave Halifax the lead after only 8 minutes. But Cohen Griffith's fine individual effort in the second half kept their giant-killing hopes alive. And victory tonight will mean a trip to 1st Division Charlton in the next round. Headlines this morning as non-league Kettering Town follows Sutton United's example and go through to the 4th round with a spot of giant killing. Last night they came from behind to beat 4th Division Halifax in their 3rd round replay at the Shea. The Halifax defence never got to grips with Andy Wright's long throws. After just 5 minutes, Russell Lewis capitalised on a defensive mix-up to give Kettering the lead. But Halifax came back strongly, and the equaliser came in the 17th minute from John Bramall's header. Just on the half-hour, Billy Barr's low swerving cross defeated both Bramall and keeper Harvey Lim, and Halifax looked well on the way to the 4th round. By half-time, Kettering were level again when Robbie Cook latched onto Robinson's attempted header back to keeper Whitehead. Halifax were outplayed in the second half. After only 5 minutes, Ernie Moss's centre left Robbie Cook with an open net, and Kettering with a place in the 4th round.